Welcome to Martial Arts and Medu. Your host, Baron Cope. Today, let's continue our talk about Medu. That's the ancient hieroglyphic script. I understand that there's people today that still believe that hieroglyphics is some type of picture writing. Absolutely wrong. Hieroglyphics, Medu, is a complete writing system. It has grammar, verbs, nouns, sentence structure. It is a complete script capable of translating and understanding, of translating data, knowledge from generation to generation. Now, there are plenty of great videos on YouTube about Medu hieroglyphics. One of the best presenters is Dr. Crazy. So you can look him up on the internet, YouTube. And Dr. Crazy I met many years ago in Berkeley, and he is a great researcher, a great teacher, and I'm very proud of his work that he's done in Africa, along with Dr. Anthony Browder and, of course, the late Dr. Asa Hilliard. And so you can check out those videos and get a better understanding of hieroglyphic structure and grammar. There's also a wonderful teacher by the name of, or rather her site is called Ma'at Forever. And she does a very good job and with the linguistics and the Medu. And Medu is still a dialect spoken today, Coptic. It's a religious language of the in Ethiopia and in Egypt, Coptic language, from the Christian Copts in Egypt and in Ethiopia. However, let me go into some details on things that they probably do not discuss. First of all, there are many words in Medu, that's the ancient hieroglyphs of Africa, that are recognizable in English. And there are probably words that are in Latin or Greek borrowed from the Medu and through cultural diffusion carried along to modern days. We just don't recognize them. In fact, that's one of the words, recognize. In Medu, they use the word rekua, means I know. This is a word that's regularly used in template prayers for thousands of years. They start off the prayer with, I recognize God. I know him. And so these prayers go back 3000 BC. And so we can, if you look at it hard, you can actually go, wait a minute, I know that word. Rekua means to recognize, to know. And today the kids, they say, check yourself before you wreck yourself. You better recognize. And in church, we say the day of reckoning. So these are the things that we need to connect. We need to remember. We need to connect. We need to bring back together. And so, because this is right in front of us. When the kids run around and go, check yourself before you wreck yourself, they have that in their DNA. And we'll talk about that later. But for right now, there are many words that we should recognize. One word is tablet. Tablet. The hieroglyphic, the Medu word for tablet or for paper is papyrus, and then there's tab. The word tab means a flat surface, like a tablet or a table, table. And sometimes you might say they put the holy tablet on the holy table and place it in the holy church in a tabernacle. So we have the word tab, tab, an ancient African word being used in modern day. Another word would be cap. That in hieroglyphic, you can read cap. It means head or head man, like a captain. Head man or head or the head of a page. So this would be the caption of this book. And so it means the head of the book. So we use these words every day. We also use the word decapitate, which means to cut off someone's head. So these are words that we can recognize today if we look. Now, there's no one to tell us that. You can't go to school or university and the professor says, oh yeah, by the way, we're using ancient African words. They're not going to say that. When we go to college, we learn English. We do not learn, no, we don't learn English. I'm sorry. We learn grammar, English grammar. We don't learn English. Nobody knows what the word hello means, and they can have a master's degree in English, and they don't know what the word hello means. And the Christians use the word hello every day. They say hell-o. They don't say heaven-o. They say hell-o. They don't know. They don't even know what they're saying. They don't know what's coming out of their mouth. Okay, let's correct it. Hello means Helios, the sun god of the Greeks and Romans. Helios Amun. Okay, so let's go forward. Another word is mother. The word mother is written down in ancient hieroglyphics, 2000, 3000 BC. M-U-T means mut, mother, or mut-her. And they also use the word cow, and it sounds the same. Cow is written in the hieroglyphs. They also use the word ox for ox. They use the word accurate for perfect. So they say that's perfect, that's accurate. They go acre. They use the word stimu for stems, for flowers, for stems, for carrying in flowers or something. They call those stems or stimu. They use the word tempu for temperature, hot, temperature, temptu, hot, temperature. They use the word himimu for humans. Now, like I said, this is recognizable. It's not going to be, you can go to UC Berkeley and go to Egyptology classes and go talk to the director of Egyptology, and she won't know. She won't know. They don't even look at it that way. So we were able to actually go into the hieroglyphs and see and recognize, and it gives you a head start. It gives you a jump because there's plenty of words that are not going to be recognizable. But there are some that are recognizable, and that gives you a heads up. You go, oh, I know that word. The word curfew means night, curfew. You go, oh, I know that word. The word tack means to attack, to stick somebody with a spear. Whoa. So you can recognize and get a jump on Medu Neter by recognizing words that have traveled through time to the modern era. One day we're going to have a talk about the words that went into the Medu Neter words that are shared by the Mayans. Nobody talks about this. I did a analysis of the Mayan language, compared it with the Egyptian, and looked at glossaries, and I could see the words that were the same. Now, there's a theory that the Kemetic people or the Nubian people took ships and crossed the Atlantic Ocean and thereby started the Olmec or Olaman society, a culture. The Olaman spawned the Mayans and the Toltec and so forth, so forth. But in I looked at the earlier research by the priest and who took glossaries of language of the Mayan language. And by the way, Mayan is still spoke today. I've had Mayan friends come to visit me at my house, and they were very nice Native Americans, and they gave me the black sacred corn and said, hide it. They're going to destroy it if they can. But going back to the linguistics, there are Mayan words like Apu means a sacred underworld dog. In Egypt, in Kemet, Anpu means the sacred underworld dog. These are things that aren't talked about. This is like not talked about in universities. They keep it quiet. Now, they do have the books in Washington, D.C. at the Masonic libraries, which are darn near secret. Masonic libraries. They do have the books. They do keep track of this and track of other things like sacred science and stuff like that, metaphysics, in the Masonic libraries in Washington, D.C., the Scottish Rite libraries. They also have some of the books on mathematics, Kemetic mathematics, at the Oakland Lake Merritt Library upstairs, where everybody goes and goes to junior proms and senior proms and how go to churches and balls. They don't know there's a secret library upstairs that has, I saw a book on the Egyptian mathematics that made me cry. It was that incredible. But they keep these books across the country in these Masonic libraries. You have to have either a special pass to get in, or you have to be a Mason to get in. But most Masons do not even, they just party and have a good time. They don't actually assess the libraries themselves. Only the top illuminated Masons actually keep tabs on what they have, the depositories they have at the libraries. Okay, enough for today, and I'll get back with you. Until then, Hotep.